Hi and welcome to my Slimming World vlogs, where I'll be sharing the ups and downs of my Slimming World weight loss journey. Good morning and welcome back. If you haven't been here before, my name's Claire Howard. Welcome to day 2 of me being back on plan. So today is, what day is it? It's Friday. I'm now off to work. It's been a really busy morning. I'm literally about to run out of the door because I'm starting work at 7:45 today. I woke up feeling like I could have stayed in bed for another couple of hours, but I couldn't. Good job I prepped everything yesterday, because these are the days that you need to prep for. Today I am taking to work pasta bolognese. This is one of the Slimming World meals that you can get from Iceland, and they are totally sin-free. If you haven't tried these because you're not a fan of ready meals and you think that ready meals wouldn't be very nice, I highly recommend you try them. There is a massive range now. It's grown a lot. I went in there yesterday. I didn't get proper time to look because the boys were with me and they were nagging to go. But there is so much stuff, so I'm going to stock up on loads because, like I said, I'm going to be moving over the next couple of weeks and they are just super handy. Myself and Mark often have the Indian meal to save like getting a takeaway, and it's really, really good food. If you haven't looked at these before as an idea or a potential to have for lunches and stuff, they are so good and so quick and easy. I've just heated that up and popped it in my Sho Flask, and these, again, I couldn't recommend enough. I'll add a link for these because they're amazing and they often run some offers. This will be warm if I eat at 2 o'clock, so it's now 7. If I eat this at 2, it will still be pretty hot. I mean hot, not warm, hot. And I'm also just making myself a lemon squash. I seem to have lost my hydrate bottle this morning. I don't know if I've left it at the park, but I can't find it. But this is brilliant also. I usually put an iced drink in this, but I don't have any ice because I've got to order some with the shopping. But it keeps your drinks cold for ages. They are my lunch. I haven't had breakfast yet, but I've got my breakfast to go. Remember, I made those high bran kind of overnight thing with some fruit. I have got a load of fruit because I am trying to up the speed this week. A banana and a tangerine and just the lemon free drink. And that is my lunch for today. So just at work now, having a quick coffee. I made a black coffee. Do you know, when I done Slimming World previously, I did switch to black coffees and I cut milk, or a lot of milk, out of my diet altogether, which is really helpful because I see a lot of recipes that I'd like to try that use 2 hexades and halloumi and stuff. Having 30 grams of halloumi doesn't seem worth it, but if you have your 2 hexades, it does. But anyway, I'm going to give the black coffee a try again, just because it gives me that extra hexa. And yeah, I remember before I actually quite went off milk. Like, I didn't like milky drinks after that, so we'll see. But anyway, here's to a busy day. Hope you have a good one, and I'll speak soon. Good evening. It is, I don't even know what day it is, Friday evening. I'm just in from work. It's about 7 o'clock coming up. I have made myself a nice big salad. And in my air fryer, I've got a couple of salmon fillets. And I've got some tinned potatoes, which I have sprayed with fry light and put a bit of my JD Seasonings chips and wedges on. It's a really quick air fryer dinner for me tonight because I'm quite hungry. I've got my Pepsi Max. No wine tonight because I'm being good. I'm staying on track. This is going to be a good week. I hope you've had a fab day, and I'll catch up later. Morning. Just having a quick breakfast before I head off to work. I have got the high brown again, just with some raspberries and skimmed milk. Much prefer these like fresh with the milk than I did as the overnight oats. They went a bit soft, which I didn't really like. I'd rather have them a bit more crispy. But anyway, very boring breakfast. I've got my lunch prepared in the kitchen and I'm now off to work. Hiya. So please excuse the state of me. I've just came from work. I've just had a quick bath. So I got in from work, tired, it's been a very long day. And Mark and the children have decided that we're having Chinese. Like, it's my first week of wanting to be back on plan. So, they're currently in the lounge eating their Chinese. I have got my weekly win of the week. I said no. And even though I'm tired and grumpy, and that would have been the easiest thing to do, I'm currently in the kitchen peeling potatoes. I'm gonna make myself chicken curry and rice and chips, which was kind of what I was cooking tonight anyway, but got thrown a bit off plan by the temptation of a Chinese. I looked up sins. I think beef and black bean sauce is one of the lowest sin things. I don't really want that anyway, so I'm not having it. And if I had ordered, it would have been a chicken curry, and I can do that just as good anyway. Then I'm going to go and sit with them and watch a movie. Hopefully most of their Chinese food will be gone, so I won't waste my time cooking this and then go in and start picking on what they haven't eaten. Anyway, that's my weekly win. That was a tough one, because I would quite happily be in there now sitting with a glass of wine eating Chinese food. It's really hard when other people kind of interfere with your plans. I hope you've had a good weekend, and I'll show you what I end up with for dinner. So I'm feeling better now. Here is my chicken curry with air fried chips. I've used JD seasoning on my wedges and done them in the air fryer. I've got my Mayflower curry there and some boiled rice. So I'm allowing myself 4 sins for this. And this is my Chinese tonight. Good morning, how are you? Today is Sunday. I've just got out of bed. It's 20 to 9, it's quite nice. I have just got myself up. I'm just making a cup of tea. I haven't been asleep. I've been in bed editing one of my Disney vlogs because we got back in June and I still haven't done the full, it was quite a lot doing the 14-day vlog, so I'm still doing that. I've just come in here, I'm now gonna make some breakfast, just made myself a cup of tea. I'm making the boys sausage sandwiches and I'm gonna have an omelette. I was gonna do some sausages, but I don't really fancy anything that heavy, so I think I'm just gonna have maybe a cheese and tomato omelette. I'm gonna get on and do that now. I hope you've been having a good week. So far on track, I'm good. As I told you, I resisted the Chinese last night. I felt a bit bad because obviously Mark thought it was a nice thing to do, like get home from work, you don't have to cook or anything, we're gonna have Chinese instead. I was quite tired. Been a busy day and I'm just like, I don't want a Chinese. So I did myself a chicken curry and that was really nice, and we sat down and watched a movie, so that was cool anyway. But it's just getting past making that decision, isn't it? It's that split-second decision that makes the difference between staying on track and not. And I've done it and I'm pleased with that. I'm gonna get on and cook breakfast. And I'm not sure what we're having the rest of the day. So we are just having a day in. We're beginning to pack because, like I told you, the house sale's gone through and we are actually expecting our move to be in a couple of weeks. Really do need to start getting sorted. But anyway, I'll talk about that in my house update. You don't want to hear that on here. We're talking about Slimming World, aren't we? We get on and cook some breakfast, possibly a roast later, possibly a barbecue. It's predicted forecast rain, I think, but it looks beautiful outside, so we'll see. So I just wanted to show you my awesome new gadget. I'm jetting up some vegetables because we are having a little barbecue, and I am doing just a choppy salad with some mango, cucumber and red onion. And I got this veg chopper on Temu. I think it wasn't very much, but look at how easy this is to chop the cucumbers and bits up. And look at them, all in here, super easy. So I love this. I like a choppy salad. Just need that to crunch down. There you go. Awesome. And there's my chopped up salad in there. How awesome is that? All of my salad all diced up, and that took seconds. Just going to pop a little balsamic vinegar on this and it is going to be delicious. I am just a bit gutted because I forgot to pick up some coriander. And coriander goes so nicely on this, but this is a lush summer salad. So to go on our barbecue, I have bought Mark and I some lamb steaks. So that's going to be really nice with this choppy salad. And I've got some new potatoes, which I am going to boil up. And I've got some mint to go in there. It's going to be a really nice, fresh barbie. Just getting ready for our barbecue. I have got these lovely lamb steaks to go on the barbecue. Not something I'd usually get, but I ran in Tesco's on the way home. And I don't particularly want a burger. because I don't want to use the bun or any of my sins on food. So I got these lamb steaks. I had some seasoning for lamb at home. I've got this JD Seasonings minted lamb rub, which I am gonna pop onto these lamb steaks. I think it's gonna be delicious. And also, like I said, I've got some new potatoes I'm now gonna boil up, and I've got some fresh mint, which I'm growing on my windowsill. And I've just made my choppy salad with my veggie slicer. So this is the veggie slicer. I got it off Temu. It just chopped up really, really well. It was awesome. I've got all these other attachments that come with it, like for bigger wedges and for slicing things. An egg separator, never used one of those. So there's a few different bits in here, which I'll also try later, but just, this is well worth its weight in gold just for making that choppy salad. Sometimes, you know, salad doesn't always look that appetizing, but I love all of the chopped up stuff like this. So I'm looking at this salad now thinking I can't wait to dig into that, which isn't a thought I usually have when I'm looking at a bowl of salad. So that is good. It will work well for me. So I'm now going to mint up my lamb and get everything ready. Just with these chicken thighs that I had left over from last night, just pop some JD Seasonings chicken rub on those. This is a new one. I haven't tried this before. So yeah, it's going to be quite nice. Lamb and chicken on the barbecue with my salad and new potatoes. Yummy. When I went in Tesco's, I have got some skinny sausages in the freezer. I've also got some skinny burgers actually, but I just didn't fancy that. I fancied a nice, fresh, summery dinner. So this is a nice Slimming World friendly dinner, sin-free, that we can do on the barbecue. So we're out eating gorgeous food and not feeling like we're missing out. Well, I don't anyway, because I'd rather have this than burgers and hot dogs. Cooking dinner. Been at work all day today. It's bank holiday Monday, but I've been at work. I had high bran cereal for my breakfast with skimmed milk, which is one of my Hex A's. For lunch, I took a Slimming World meal of pea and ham soup, which is one of my favourites. I love that. I can also make a really good pea and ham soup Slimming World meal, so I'll have to share that one day because that is so easy and so nice coming into winter. So I've had no sins so far today. I just took fruit and bits, literally fruit and soup for work. I am now cooking just some pork steaks. I've got some noodles that are now going up, and I've been using my veggie chopper, this thing again. So I've chopped up all of my vegetables. I've chopped up aubergines, courgettes, peppers, onion, and some mushroom, and just done them in a pan. I'm going to do noodles and pork steaks. It's going to be really yummy, just a really easy chuck to get for tea for when you've had a long day at work. Hello. I didn't film much yesterday, but I did record my food, so it will be on here. Just back from shopping. It's a granddad shopping day. I had my high brown for breakfast with 150 mils of skimmed milk and some blueberries, and I have just popped some jacket potatoes in my air fryer. I've got those with tuna, sweet corn and vinegar and some light coleslaw. So I'm going to go sit in the garden and enjoy. Hey, I sound really out of breath. Really hot though, it's muggy outside today, even though it's overcast. I've just been out for a walk with the dogs, like, I don't know, like half an hour, 45-minute walk with the dogs. I've proper got that craving on the way back, like I fancy a Coke. And I know the kids have got a bag of sweeties in the cupboard, which includes drumstick lollies and refreshers. And they're kind of those proper, when you know you need some sugar and you really crave them kind of sweets. And I've walking home thinking, God, I fancy a refresher. So first thing I done when I walked in the door is grabbed an apple, and I know that I've got some passion fruit that I picked up the other day. So I'm going to put passion fruit on top of my Muller Light. This is something I always used to do, but I haven't remembered to buy passion fruit for ages, and it is a really nice low sin snack to have. And obviously I think the passion fruit is a speed food. I did stock up my fruit bowl today, so I've got some really nice pink lady apples and some easy peelers. So I'm now going to binge. I promised myself a cup of tea when I got back from the dog walk, but it's the last thing I fancy now. I'm going to have a Pepsi Max, some fruit and yogurt. Oh, this is so good. Can't wait to eat that. Yum. Great dessert or low sin snack. Good morning. So it is Wednesday. I have just prepped my breakfast. I have got a K-Bug Banoffee protein yogurt, and I've put passion fruit on top of that, and I've chopped up a mango. So that is what I'm now having for breakfast. I'm just planning because I'm going out with the kids today to the park, getting their packed lunch stuff sorted out. And I'm also going to take a packed lunch. So I've got some hula hoops, and I am just defrosting a couple of slices of my Aldi everyday essential wholemeal bread. So that's a hex B for 2 slices of that. I am going to fill that with one of my hex A cheese allowance, which is a 30% less fat Asda mature cheddar, and I'm going to pop coleslaw in that, and that is 2 sins for 50 grams, I think. I'll double check that and put that on. I am prepping forward because I haven't had breakfast yet. It's actually quite late, but I've been babysitting 4 children this morning, so it's been a bit of a busy morning, but I thought I'm not gonna slip up because I do have my weigh-in tonight, so I've prepped. Hey, how are we doing? So it is Wednesday evening and I am now getting ready to go weigh. So we know that I missed my weigh day last week. It's 2 weeks since my last weigh, and over that time I have had kind of a week off plan. Wasn't totally off plan, but some parts were off plan. I haven't been great over the summer holidays, and it did include a Haven holiday weekend. How am I thinking I have done tonight? Well, just don't have a clue is the honest answer. I am hoping, because obviously after not knowing last week I believe that I would have had a gain. So I am up 1 pound, and then last week I think I probably might have been up another pound. If I go today and I've maintained, I'm going to guess that I probably have actually lost from what I would have been had I weighed last Wednesday. If I go and I've lost, I've done really, really well. I have been on plan this week. You'll see by the food that I've shared that I have been on plan. It's not been the most exciting food week, I don't think, but I have stayed on plan. Buying some ready meals from Slimwell for lunch and stuff has helped. So anyway, wish me luck, and I'll let you know how I've got on when I get back. I mean, it could be a gain, but I'm hoping that my goodness this week has just saved me from gaining anymore, and hopefully it will be a maintain or a small loss. But you never know, do you? If you don't follow the plan, you don't get the results, and I haven't been my best me. So fingers crossed for a loss or maintain, but whatever we get, I'm just gonna have to deal with it and stay on plan for next week. Like I've said previously, I've got a tough couple of weeks coming up, so I am going to prep myself. One of my preps is I'm going to do an Iceland shop and get a load of those ready meals in because they did come in so handy. Anyway, I've just had salmon. I forgot to take a picture of my dinner. I did eat. I'm eating before I go and weigh as well, so that probably won't help with my weight loss. I did have salmon. I just done salmon bunged a bag of stir fry in, and some of that Aldi dried rice. Yeah, that's it. So I'll let you know when I've weighed how I get on. Hi, catching up after last night's weigh-in. I didn't come on and film when I got home last night because, do you know, it was really dark. It felt like the middle of the night. I'm just going to shut the door because my kids are very noisily playing armies, but isn't it nice to hear them playing instead of being on their games? I don't know what's brought the army men out today, but I'm glad of that. It's nice to hear them in their room playing. Anyway, right, let's get back to weigh-in. Last night, 2.5 pounds on. Kind of wasn't expecting that. Like, I knew obviously I hadn't been on plan, and it has been over the last few weeks. Obviously there was that Haven weekend in there as well, but I kind of had thought with my eating well last week that I might have done enough to bring it back in. And even though I ate very well last week, there were a couple of sneaky glasses of wine. Thought that I had accounted for them in my sins, but maybe it's just best not to have things like that. So I'm going to try not drinking wine this week. That's going to help. But I am now, I've just bought this stuff. I'm going to make that vegetable chili I said about last week because I'm at work tomorrow and Saturday, and that is just really handy to go in my lunchbox. I couldn't think of anything else to do, and I haven't got a shop in yet. So right now I've got a few bits I need to do on my laptop. Then hopefully I'm going to sit and write a food plan for next week. I'm going to get my backside in gear, and I put myself a target down of 2.5 pounds. I need to get that off. Like, that 2.5 pounds is going to proper be over my shoulders and holding me back. And I was doing so well and I was right on track, and I'm so annoyed that I'm now like, well, with the other pound, I'm like 3.5 pounds up on what I was. Or 4 pounds up, because you said I've now lost 8 pounds. I had lost 12 pounds. So I mean, 8 doesn't sound as good as 12, does it? no, 12 pounds is nearly a stone. 8, I'm back down to half a stone. Which I need to get my try hard pants on, and I need to give it all and actually get on with it. Get properly into putting everything back in my app. I was doing that last week, but I need to do that even more so and do it religiously and get back into those really good habits, because I want that £2.5 off. That is my goal for Wednesday next week, £2.5. So we'll see if I manage that. Anyway, I'll do another week's vlog next week. I'll come back, I'll show you my food plan, show you what we're gonna make, and we'll see how that goes. I hope you've had a fabulous week. Hope your weight losses and weigh days have gone better than mine. If they haven't, I hope it doesn't put you off and you stay on track, because you can do this, we can do this, we've got it. Let's do it. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Don't forget, if you do enjoy the Slimming World videos and you are looking for some inspiration and someone to work along with, then hit that subscribe button and stay here with us. Also, I do post quite a bit on Instagram, so follow me over there too. I post probably sort of more daily or multiple times a week on there. So it'd be lovely to have you with me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.